This isn't just a podcast. It's a reminder of what makes America stronger isn't a headline or a hashtag.
It's people, from the ones building our homes to the ones rebuilding their lives.
Veterans, tradesmen, neighbors, and volunteers. Real people doing real things.
Here we find common ground first, and then we work on our differences.
This is the Collective Perspective Podcast,
where purpose, people, and progress meet.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Collective Perspective Podcast. My name is Jeff, and I'm here with my best friend Chad. What's up, Travis?
What's up, Jeff? What's up, everybody out there?
Today we're talking about nuance, or maybe the death of nuance.
Because it feels like everything today is going to extremes.
Why do people struggle with complexity, Travis?
I think because it makes them have to think and slow down. Complex situations can be uncomfortable for people.
I know if I want to learn something, I got to read the book. I got to go back to it. Or, today's world, you got to watch that video and keep on referring back to it. Maybe even look in a couple different places, ask some help, like get the details of things. It's like really important to have details. I know I'm a very detail-oriented person, and so are you.
Yeah, you kind of have to be in our line of work.
So why are we letting everything else go on to the nuance?
It's so for me, nuance is like, say you want to start an IV. It's not hard to do. I mean, the principles are very simple. You take a very sharp, hollowed out needle and stick it into a vein. Well, the nuance is finding where the vein is, what angle to put it in, how deep you need to go, and how to anchor everything. So those are the parts that people don't really think about. They just want to go in and jab things in there. And teaching nuance takes time. It takes style, and you got to develop your own when you use a nuanced approach. And it's not always as straightforward as what you would normally see in the broken down version, or the extreme version that makes it oversimplified.
And the people that do really good are that do really well with what their skill is make it look easy, and they make it seem as if the nuances aren't there.
Yeah, they make it seem like everybody can do exactly what they're doing. Oh, just follow this step. And that's not always the case. Is it easier to label people than understand them?
It is easier to label people, but we're talking about stereotyping people. I don't think we should just label people. I think it restricts who they truly are. It eliminates the nuances.
No, it's blunting your what you're going to allow in if they show you something different than what you've already thought of. You won't really accept their nuances because you've already labeled them as a certain way.
Why do you think emotional conversations lose nuance quickly? I think this is a good question.
Oh, that is a good question. Because emotion is so volatile, it can go either way, one way or the other. And I think when emotion gets brought into it, people just lose all. They want to go to the extreme right away.
Well, they go to the extreme and then they start getting emotional about it, and they don't listen to the details. They're just too caught up in how much it hurts, which is understandable. But if you just everything gets caught up in the details.
The devil is in the details.
Messing with you. So the question is, what is nuance?
Reduced oversimplification, patience, complexity. I mean, nuance is just all right, casting a fishing rod. You throw out, you flip your bail, you hold your string, and at the right time you let go of the fishing line as you're casting it out. The nuance is knowing where to let go of that string so that it goes either straight out or it has a big arch to it. Those are, I think that's an easy way for a lot of guys to understand it. But it's more complex if you're really thinking through every motion of casting a rod.
I was going to say understanding both sides, but I don't know how that correlates with fishing at all. Knowing both sides. Let's see, the fish. He's going to be looking for this worm, right? And you have a hook, and you're trying to get him. No. Those are the nuances of both sides. No, but go ahead.
I was just going to say the nuances of casting a rod.
No, seriously though, understanding both sides is important when you talking about details, especially those emotional conversations like we're talking about.
Yeah, no,
You have to understand their side.
You have to understand it, but you don't have to agree with it.
Why do you think nuance is disappearing?
Clickbait, 5-minute nation, or drive-through nation. You know, everybody wants something. They want it now. They want the answers now. They don't care how they get there. They just, all right, there's the question, there's the answer. Well, what about all these little paths and roads in between to get to the answer? They don't care. They want. It's like watching a movie and going and watching the last 15 minutes and then rewinding just to watch the rest of the story.
Also, algorithms rewarding nuances or rewarding extremes. Excuse me. Mr. Beast. I doubt you'll watch the show, but he's an example. He is known, and many people on YouTube go to the extreme. I think I even had an episode where I had a chainsaw, and that was kind of extreme. You know, just trying to get someone's attention. I think that's where we're starting to have nuances disappear.
Everyone wants that extreme. It's what sells. It's what gets the clicks. It's what gets the likes. Is the extremes, and it's destroying nuance. So how do labels destroy nuance?
Labels such as stereotyping, assumptions, emotional reactions, identity politics, basically reducing people to categories. And not everybody is the same, even if you put them in a category.
Because nobody fits in one category perfectly. I mean, you could be in a bunch of different ones, but if you've already made up your mind, this is where you are. That's oversimplification.
Yeah, people do it with music. They do it with the type of religion. They do it with the type of people they hang out with, the type of movies they watch, so on and so forth.
So what happens when nuance disappears?
We're screwed, Travis. That's what happens. It creates what's happening these days. Emotional polarization, conflict, division, demonization.
I'm looking at it more in terms of workflow and the trades even. Because I think doing certain jobs, certain techniques require nuance, a specific feel or an angle, depending on what it is you're doing for welding or pipe fitting or any of these other trade skills. That when somebody is saying, all right, well, here's what it should look like. Here's how you do it. 1, 2, 3. They're not showing, all right, well, what kind of rod are you using? How much heat are you using? How did you get there? And when they finally figure it out on their own, they think they're figuring it out for the first time. So for me, I think that when nuance disappears, people think that when they find something that works for them, they think it's new and they want to share it with everybody, and nobody's really listening because it takes too long. They want that short version.
So you may be asking, how do we reclaim nuance?
Having curiosity, some humility, asking questions. I think those are good ways to find that
Listen
nuance.
to this podcast.
Go
into every topic in detail.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes. So, hey, guess what? Now it's time for the fast round.
The lightning round.
So, first one is context or assumptions.
Context wins for me because we know what assumptions do.
Yep.
Curiosity or certainty?
I think that's another toss up there.
I think you might be right.
I'd rather be certain, though, when it comes down to the context of things. Curiosity would mean that I would ask some questions, which would also mean that
You're getting to the root of it. Yeah.
right, and I'm trying to understand. But certainty, knowing for certain, is definitely more assuring.
It
or
definitely
reassuring.
it definitely feels good to be certain of something. So yeah, I could see that. But I think for me, it's more curiosity because no, I think you're right because you can overdo it with curiosity too. You can
Curiosity killed the cat.
get frozen with questions. Oh well, what about that? Stop asking, just do it.
Understanding or winning?
Understanding, because if you understand, then your win will be worth more to you. Listening or reacting?
Well, I guess it depends on the context, but if I'm going to bring in the nuance of what I'm thinking is I definitely want to listen to understand, and then I want to react appropriately. I don't want to overreact.
I think listening. I think for me is the one. You're right. Listening because you want to understand everything. If you're reacting, to me that sounds like you're reacting on emotion or instinct and not really thinking about
Or
it.
anger.
Or anger. Yeah, emotion.
Nuance or extremes?
Nuance.
Yay for nuance.
I'm going for nuance on this one. Go figure, right?
Extreme sports.
It's in the game. No, nuance. I think everything has a little subtlety to it, and it's nice to see how a little adjustment can go a long way.
Well, let's explore that a little bit. Extremes. So extremes means it's taken out of context. It's it's extreme. It's like what's a good example?
Have you seen that clip of the it shows like a TV camera and it looks like a guy's stabbing somebody when they zoom out? It looks like somebody's just stolen something, but when you pull out even further, it's a completely different picture. Extremes, how the TV can show you something that's really extreme, but they're not showing you the big picture. They're showing you the aftermath or the result of something without setting up the context. So yeah, I think that's how the media can contribute to extremes.
As we leave you, is what happens when society loses the ability to understand complexity?
Nuance doesn't weaken the truth. It often helps people understand the truth more clearly.
And mature conversations usually happen with humility, and complexity can exist together. Thank you for watching this podcast. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and comment.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace out.